talking a little bit more about our work in industry. I think whether you come at this from a technical college, engineering, curriculum perspective, or industry perspective, it should be informative. These are, in general, all of the areas that we work within. In this part, let's see here, maybe I need to push there, yeah. I'm going to talk about 3 use cases, if we say so. One is a little bit more in depth around energy and training. I'm going to show a project here that was developed for ExxonMobil and was developed in big part by our team here in Manchester, including students. So that should be a fun one. It's a very big, complex training application. Manufacturing, here I picked a sales application. We haven't seen so many examples from sales, from one of our long-term customers, a company that manufactures compressors for industrial use. And then we're going to talk a little bit about design, interior design. It's going to be the use case, but it could apply to exterior design, large infrastructure. We're seeing a big trend there that a lot more companies are getting engaged and using immersive technology in that arena. Now, first, let me talk a little bit about what type of uses we see in these 3 areas. And again, remember, one use case might be in the iCube or some type of immersive system. One use case might be a wide dissemination on a laptop computer or a tablet. But visualizing complex spaces, products and processes in immersive environment, this is something we've seen particularly in interior design over the last year or 2. We've done some development, and I'll look a little bit about that process and explain it. That's enabled users from kind of unusual areas, like restaurants, for instance, interior designs for restaurants. Prototyping, the ability that you can review virtual prototypes so much faster than any type of scale physical mock-up or full-scale physical mock-up, which is still used quite a bit. Multi-user, designer use, walkthroughs. And then if we look at training, a lot of the uses there are around review processes and scenarios, in order to minimize non-productive time or downtime of a plant or a facility. Skills training, to be able to transfer skills using simulation-based learning on either personal devices or in immersive simulators. Some of you heard Joe Cheban talk here a little bit before, so he talked a lot about the immersive simulators. I'm going to use a case which is more personal device here. Safety, that tends to be a big driver in many of our industry applications, that you can do this repetitively, you can do what if, and so forth. Sales, and as I mentioned here, we haven't shown a lot of applications, so I'll show one here that we're doing a 3rd generation upgrade for a big compressor manufacturer. That's going to focus on configuration. But we also have a lot of event-driven, I think, with devices like the iCube Mobile, iBench. This opens up to create really engaging events around sales or product presentation. And tying back to a little bit what Engtat just talked about, I think with the social media, like with the headphone case, that's a good example there. And we're seeing traditional manufacturers jump on this bandwagon as well. It's more targeted, but using augmented reality, for instance, in manufacturing.